Okay, I'm just joking. That's not the major announcement. Major announcement is, and this is why I'm early on this. This has been going on for over 2 weeks now, and I haven't been saying anything. And it's about to hit, so here we go. I told you guys over a month ago that I had a lot of, pans on the stove or whatever. Choose your own metaphor. I got a lot of plates spinning, right? And sometimes they break and crash, and it's really sad. And sometimes they land, and it's really fun when they land. Well, we landed a verbal agreement, an agreement of understanding in writing. So no contract or anything like that, but an agreement of understanding in writing between Slytherin, UK Limited, or Limited UK, whatever the name of the company is, and Matrix Games, and Aaron at Subbrief LLC, where I will be streaming during the month of July, and perhaps going forward, but for the month of July, I'll also be streaming on their Twitch channel, Modern Naval Warfare. I don't have any dates yet, and that's why we can't really confirm or announce anything, but I want you to know that's one of the things that's been going on. Is I've been talking to the very nice gentleman that runs the Twitch channel over there via email. He got in touch with the business manager, and they worked things out. I got CC'd on that email, and I love how my business manager throws me under the bus. She's like, Aaron would be happy to do that anytime you want. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm busy. I'm over here playing Escape from Tarkov, and that takes time. I don't have time for that. And she's like, you will. I'll fire you. And I was like, no, please don't fire me, boss. Please don't fire me. So I'll also be streaming on my channel a lot, but I'm adding the Matrix Games Twitch channel to our schedule in the month of July. And as soon as I have dates for you as to when I'll be on there, I will let you guys know. So that's the big announcement. Super happy to be on board with them in a, just a, what's the word for it? Just a contributor way. I'm just contributing to their Twitch channel and the audience that they've built over there because of this great game. They've built something special here, and I can't wait for it to get done, be honest with you, but neither can you guys, right? You guys can't wait for it to get done either. So we're working with patch 115.2. That's the same patch as we had last week. So our goal today is to have some fun. Let's turn on our camera. Hey, there I am. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? Yeah, it's Casual Monday. You got me with an ad? No! Oh, God. I'm sorry about the ads. I see other streamers, they have like a countdown timer on when the ads begin. I have no idea how they even know that. Where on Twitch does it tell you when an ad begins? So I could stop telling a story or something. I have no clue. All right. It's been a week. Got to remember some buttons. Button. And I think we were building a spreadsheet too. So if we see a new contact, we'll break out the spreadsheet. These are tough. The problem with these is these last so long. I'll tell you what, until I have more confidence in the time compression, maybe we won't do those yet. Let's do a quick mission, kind of get our little toes in the water here. I do want to do Block 4. I'm beginning to really enjoy the benefits of Block 4 because it integrates the sonar displays into like the fire control and the periscope display, so you can always have an eye on what's going on there without having an extra monitor, which you can do in this game. You can put up to, I think it's up to 4. It's either 3 or 4 monitors, and you can have dedicated screens on each one. I only stream one screen at a time, so I just have one screen. But if you play this game, I recommend you take advantage of the multi-monitor capability this thing has. We could do a 1v1, but I don't think they respond yet. So let's do a convoy hunt. And I want it to be a large convoy. And we're going to stay shallow. Yeah. Because I'm about to come to PD right away and see where the convoy's at. And enemy distance is going to be medium. I don't want them to be close. I want to have to run up to them. Pardon me. Oh my gosh. I ate something this morning that my stomach is not happy about, so I do apologize. I will power through. I will persevere. Oh, that's probably getting old. Is you really got to watch what you eat. Like, you know, beans and toast is what I'm eating from now on, apparently, because anything else upsets my stomach. Yeah. All right, let's start this mission here. We're going to do a convoy hunt of a very large convoy, the largest convoy we can generate in this game, artificially, and see how many of these bad boys we can sink. Let's go. Let's start. Oh, Alonzo, thank you for letting me know. Good luck with your appointment, sir. I hope those rectal polyps clear up soon. Good luck, sir. Sorry if I overshared. What? I don't have them. That's an Alonzo problem. Okay, I'm sorry, Alonzo. I was just joking. The man's very healthy. Probably more healthy than I am, actually. Okay, yeah. Jesus. Listen, man. You know what you signed up for. You know how it is around here. Oh, what the hell? Am I backwards? I think I'm backwards. Like I said, it's been a minute. Yeah. There we go. All right, let's do this one. I like to have my map over here, I think. Yeah, let's do the map over there. Mom's calling. Yes, Mom. Okay. We got 5 kilohertz, 7 kilohertz. So we got big boy, small boy. So we got a destroyer and a frigate. Bearing 344 and 348. Very close to the same bearing. Nice. All right, so they're over there. Oh, wow. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, we're at periscope depth. That's why. It's like we have contacts on sonar. It's nice. Nice when that happens. All right, so we got, 2 contacts over there. Let's go ahead and, honestly, what if I just control the sonar contacts today so we don't get so many? We should have a lot of contacts total. We do have somebody over there. Let's see if I can assign a tracker here. It's been a minute since I did this. I'll tell you what. All right, there's Sierra 1. He's on the wall, manually assigned. Okay. There we go. Now let's add another one. Let's go with Sierra 2. All right. There it goes. Oh, I see. Manually assigned to the wall bearing 3. Oh, it immediately tracked off onto the other contact. Let's go here. All right, so we are going to have to come to the left. We're headed east. They're bearing up to the northeast. So let's come over to course 320. Let's get on the helm here. Head 2/3. Come left steady course 330. I'm going to cross line of sight on these dudes. I'm going to speed up while we do it, too. All right, when beans and toast are too much, you've given up on solid foods, I know, right? I don't know why my body's doing this. I'm more healthy now than I've been in years. Like, seriously, a long time. Inside and outside, both. Mentally as well. Like, I'm living my best life. And some days, my body just gives up. It's like, we're not playing your games. And I'm like, I just want to breathe, man. You know? Yeah. All right. I don't know what's going on. Is it a holiday? But where the hell is everybody? Where's my fire control team at? They smoking and joking in ESM? What's going on? I cracked the whip around here. Uh-oh. That's not at all what I wanted to do. Where's my damn thing at? There it is. There you are. Hey. You need to sharpen that rock you shave with there, sailor. The hell's that? A little bit of 5 o'clock shadow on that chin I see there. Your mother would be proud, but not today. Not today. Who do we got here? All right, now. Yeah, you too. Wait, is your twin an ESM? Wait a second. We have Schrodinger's sonarman over here. How can you be an ESM and sonar at the same time? Yeah, see, I've got them on the screen at the same time, so they're probably twins. They both need to shave, though. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Where's my... Oh, yeah, I got a new mouse. Turn my mouse sensitivity up a little bit. Yeah. Can I do that in here? Okay. Can do, can do. Apparently I muted the wrong alarm. Somebody answer the phone. All right, so they still bear 340. So they're headed. Are you kidding me? They're headed south? Oh, come on, bro. Good thing we're coming 330. Let's go ahead and get our weapons ready. Yep, we'll get to you in a second. Still no CR2. I gotta make sure. CR1, CR2 are kind of like on top of each other on sonar, so it could be they're only getting one good bearing. All right, so the weapons are Mark 48s all around for everyone. Yippee. Go ahead and make those two ready. What do we got up here? We've got unlimited amounts of everything. Okay. Nice. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, fun, fun. All right, so we're 330, 10 knots. Let's go ahead and pop that scope up right after we slow down to 1/3. Oh, yeah. Also, where's my rigging at? Let's rig this. Seeing as how we're under the water, let's rig for a dive. That's a good idea. Also, let's shut the head valve for the love of God. That doesn't bother me. I just... they get so much right and they get that not. Where the hell's my mast? There they are. All right, let's get on the mast. We're slowed down to 5 knots. Oh, our depth is 6'3" feet. I wonder if... Let's see if I can raise this thing out of the water at 6'3" feet. Yeah, all right, sure can. How about that? Are we hauling ass? The water is freaking moving. We're only doing 5 knots, but I feel like we're a cruise missile. Holy crap. Are we in time compression? Nope. Okay, what's going on? Why are we underwater again? Uh-oh. Dive? Hello? You guys okay over here? Oh. Oh. Let's make our depth 5'4" feet. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, 5'4" feet. Let's get back on the scope there. That's a lot better. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's acting like it's in fast forward. What the fuck? This is kind of funny, but okay, let's roll with this for a little bit. We're going to play at 2 times speed today, apparently. Huh? Oh my God. They're not headed south. Who said they were headed south? Oh my God, did they fix the visual? Hold on. Okay, the visual's already better. The visual range. I can actually see contacts without having to go to IR for the first time in a month since the game came out. Hallelujah. Holy smokes, look at this. We see ships, everybody. They're still better in IR. Oh my God, look at this. There's so many. We have so many juicy targets. So many juicy targets. Yeah, that's right. Okay, okay. Oh my God. So, here's a little tip for you. Whenever you have this many contacts on the same bearing, just give them one Sierra number and shoot it multiple times. Yep. That's how that works. All right, so we're going to let's take a look at 300. Right here. 300. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that whole fleet as Sierra 1 and Sierra 2. I see Sierra 2 down here on the sonar screen. But their range is really good. So let's go ahead and... I wonder why their bearing was doing that. Their bearing had a left bearing rate, but on the sonar it doesn't. It's definitely a right, yeah. Okay, I was looking at it during the turn. That's probably where I messed up. Okay. So let's take Sierra 2 and move him to the trace that Sierra 1 is not on. Tracker, move, mark. Mark. There we go. So we got 3, 4. Yeah. It's given the same bearing to fire control, even though they're clearly two distinct traces. I'll turn on the sonarman to track these other ones. So we'll go ahead and go here. Turn on autocrew. Yeah. All right. So since I'm going to be shooting Sierra 1, I'm going to tell him not to update Sierra 1 anymore. Sierra 1 belongs to me. Secure updates on Sierra 1. And he acknowledges that he will no longer touch Sierra 1. Good job. He can do everybody else. But I'm going to shoot Sierra 1 over and over again. And it's going to be fabulous. So that's my missile. And this is my Sierra 1. And we know that he's 8,800 yards headed north. Yep. So let's go. I don't care about bearing at the moment. I do care about range. We'll say 9,000 yards. Because he's heading away from us. He's headed north. And his speed was maybe 5 knots. It didn't look very fast. Apply. All right, what's his current bearing from sonar? Let's check sonar real quick. Yeah, like 340. So the bearing's not that far off. Nope. Fire control. Yeah. Bearing. I'm going to put 340. Yep. Let's apply that. 9,000 yards. Let's see how that stacks. Ugh. Not good. Not good. So I'm off on something. That's up. Actually, that's a pretty good stack right there. Let's apply that. They're not doing 340. That's not at all what they're doing. That stacks up so nice, but it's not what they're doing. Let's go back on the scope and just verify that I'm looking at what I think I'm looking at. All right, so I'm going to shoot this group of vehicles over here one at a time. We'll start with this guy. He's 341. His current range is 9,500 yards. His angle on the bow is starboard 120. So let's enter that data. Angle on the bow 120 for Victor 1, new contact. Speed is, I'm going to put 5 knots. 6 knots is fine. Warship. Victor 1. That's what I see through the scope right now. Okay. Let's head over to fire control, see where Victor 1 lines up. So what do I got to do to make this line up? Like, this is the answer, right? That's the answer. So if I adjust speed, that lines up better. What's that speed say? 2 knots, like he's dead in the water. Oh, wow. Is it possible these guys aren't moving? All right, let's apply that to Sierra 1. Let's put Sierra 1 on tube 1 and 2. Let's shoot these knuckleheads. I'm not going to change any of the presets. I'm going to assign it to tube 2, which is right here. Port side, door is opened, weapon is armed, shoot tube 2. Let's get back over to sonar, watch the shot, make sure it lines up. Watch your ears, ladies and gentlemen. They definitely have speed. So I'm going to put 5 knots as the minimum. Yeah. Okay, wire clearance maneuver was right there. Now the weapon is moving off onto the target. We're about to lose the weapon, so we better hurry up here. All right, weapon has merged on the bearing of Sierra 1 and Sierra 2. Multiple contacts on the bearing. Let's get back to the scope. New range is 9,000 yards. Angle on the bow's unchanged. Why does he have that lead angle? That's awfully large. I'm going to put his speed up at about 5 knots for Sierra 1. Oh my God. Yeah, they might be dead in the water because that doesn't line up at all. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Okay. Let's take a look at the chart. See where our weapon is. Our weapon's heading right for him. I'll be so surprised if they're not moving. And disappointed at the same time. All right. How's it going? Yeah, welcome to Modern Naval Warfare Monday. Yay. Can you hear active sonar inside the sub if you aren't wearing headphones? Yes. If they're close enough, you certainly can. I've heard SQS 53 Charlie inside my bunk, and I thought it was a nightmare. I also have heard fathometer in the engine room. I was in the engine room doing something, and I could hear fathometer, and I got my ass into sonar so fast. I was like, what the freak is going on, guys? Why are we getting run over when I'm in the engine room? Yeah. Yeah. It was a nightmare. Malpractice Monday. I like that. Yeah. Oh, we should turn the lights off. Ah. Yes. Let's set the mood lighting. We have to have like a Barry White clip whenever I set the mood lighting. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, his little magical voice that he has. Oh, Barry White, you made up for so many of my deficiencies on dates. If I was messing up the date, if I put my foot in my mouth or something like I always do, put on a little Barry White. I had his cassette tape on the dash, baby. I was like, time to hit the emergency Barry White cassette, ka-chunk. And it started playing. And I was like, all right, we can reset now. That's the sound the cassette player makes whenever you load a tape. It goes ka-chunk. All right, so if these guys are truly dead in the water, they may have a slight right bearing rate, but it won't be much. And that's only because we're driving left of them a little bit here at 5 knots. They should have a significant change in bearing. And they do not. These guys are dead in the water. These guys are not moving. If they had any speed at all, They would be way the hell over there where that guy's at, and they are not. So I don't know what they're doing, but they're not doing it very fast. They are making a lot of noise. Look at them. Look how bright those two knuckleheads are on sonar. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So disappointing. Yeah, boy. All right, let's see what the torpedo says. Let's see what the weapon says. Weapon says that we are in transit because we're only 5,000 yards away from us and 4,000 yards from the target that's not moving. This should be the easiest shot in the world. It is set to straight run, low to high, surface contact, so everything is set up properly. And you can see transit right here on the right-hand side. That's how you know it's transiting. It's doing 35 knots because it's being a very quiet boy. Very quiet. All right. I always answer questions. Yeah. Will I be answering questions today? Yes. Yes, I will be. Like the one that you just asked. Yeah. That's why I'm here. I'm just waiting on them. Any guy, thank you for resubscribing for 6 months. And we had a hype train too. What? What? Okay. Thank you for the hype train. Scudbuster. Resubscribing for a bajillion years, it says. 49 months. That's like a lot. Where do babies come from? Well, the assembly line. Yeah. That's what I call the hallway going to my bedroom. Yeah. All right, 6,600 yards. Still transiting, because when will this weapon enable, folks? What's that answer? Those of you that have been paying attention, you know. That answer's on your screen right now. How many yards from the target will it enable the... Uh-oh. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's right. So the weapon's not enabled yet, but it's still... During its transit, it does see the target and went right into attack mode. Cool. Kind of surprised that that's in the game, but that's cool. I'm assuming it's not a mistake, because that is a capability. All right, let's get on the scope and watch it blow up. Oh, let's watch it in color. Yeah, look at that. We're going to watch the explosion in color for the first time. We're hitting the one on the left. The one on the left's about to go kablooey. Kablamo. Kabloosh. Holy C++, yeah. Excuse me. Oh, gosh, I apologize. Oh, my word. We blew him literally out of the water. Oh, okay, he's back. He's back in the water now. Well, we did hit the one on the right, though. I thought we were aiming at the one on the left, but hey. Oh, they're moving now. Or we're just getting closer. Hold on. Wait a minute. 6,000 yards. All right, let's shoot tube 1. Let's get over on the fire control to shoot tube 1. Shoot tube 1 off Sierra 1. We're gonna sign it. Yeah, we're gonna sign it. Oh yeah, let's get back on the scope real quick. I want to update Victor 1 to here. He is 6,000 yards mark. Angle on the bow still 120. His speed is now, I'm gonna say 4 knots. It looks like he's trying to move now that his friend got blowed up. So let's get back on a fire control. We're going to put in those numbers. We're going to put those numbers in. Oh, yeah, let's post-launch tube 1, please. Tube 2, rather. Yeah. Flood this tube. And then we're going to go Sierra 1. His bearing is, that's a good bearing. His range is only 6,000 yards. There we go. His course is 020. Sure. Speed's 1 knot. That does not line up at all. Holy crap. Why? Oh, because he's dead in the water. That's why. Okay. All right, we're going to assign that to Sierra 1 to Tube 1. Tube 1's right there. We're going to flood the tube. We already flooded the tube. Oh, God. It says tube drained. Okay. Tube flood. Okay, we're fine. Open that door. Assign. Tube 1 to Sierra 1. Assign solution. Update presets. Firing point procedures on. Sierra 1 with Tube 1. Bearing. 348 checks with sonar. Range is 5,800 yards. Closing 150 yards per minute. Target course is 038. Speed 0 knots. Angle on bow is 120. Solution set. Go to the weapon. Weapon ready. Ship ready, sonar ready. We have no ship safety because they didn't put it in the game for some reason. Shoot tube 1. Imagine a first-person shooter that's extremely accurate, like Call of Duty. And the guns don't have safeties. Yeah. That's what they've done. They've built the most accurate modern submarine simulator ever created and left out one of the most important things on a weapon. Torpedoes have safeties just like your rifle does. Not in this game. Nope. No money in the budget for that. Ship safety is luck and the skill of the commander, baby. I got my safety right here. What movie is that from, huh? What movie is that from? Test your movie knowledge today. This is what we do in sonar. We talk about movies. While the torpedo men are loading weapons, the fire control men are high-fiving each other, shooting ships that are dead in the water, but, you know. 1 to 5 odds are greater than 5,000 yards. Oh, yeah. He's like, the laser said 6,000. Name an FPS with a safety. Oh, I don't play FPS, so I don't know. Well, I played Escape from Tarkov. Tarkov doesn't have a safety either, so fair point, sir. Fair point. 1 point for chat. Black Hawk Down. Yeah, Black Hawk Down is the movie. Yeah, man, you guys. That's an old one too, but a great movie. Great movie. The guy, I think it is the same director that did the Ordnance Disposal movie where the guy gets blown up, but he's addicted to the adrenaline rush of being an explosive ordnance disposal technician. I think that's the same director. Anyway, but Black Hawk Down, awesome movie. I've heard a lot of complaints that it's not accurate. I get it, yeah. You want it to be more accurate because it's based on a real event, but it's not a documentary. It's a movie, you know. It's a sim, not an FPS. Oh, that's true. Escape from Tarkov is a sim, yes. Yep. That's Russia after the collapse. Yeah, that's what that is. They're just getting you ready. They're just getting you ready for it, yeah. Yeah, DCS does have a master arm on and off. There you go. So should the weapon. Now, you could say the enable is a safety of sorts. Because that's essentially master arm, isn't it? But there is another safety that's much more important. Yeah. That's okay. It's such a minor point that no one's ever going to notice except people that were actually on submarines. And even those people probably don't care either. Yeah. So I'm really nitpicking the bottom of the barrel. Yeah. Please don't fix it because it gives this sim some class. Plus, they have more important things to fix. Like the ship we blew out of the water and it hovered out of the water for like 10 seconds. That was kind of cool. Also a bug, I guess. Yeah. You know what? Ridley Scott. Thank you. Yeah. I've heard Ridley Scott is a very difficult director to work with, but he makes great movies. And to quote the great philosopher Bruce Campbell, good movies are hard to make and bad movies are easy to make. So if you're on a movie that's hard to make, it's probably going to be a hit. And it's worth doing. God bless Bruce Campbell. May he live many, many more years. Poor man is sick. He's not doing well. But I'm rooting for him. Come on, bro. Hang in there, Bruce. It's going to break my heart when he passes away, though, man. It's going to be a tough day on this channel. That's my man right there. That's my man. Hey, all right, Torpedo's in attack mode. Let's go to the scope and see which one we hit this time. Will it be the one I aimed at or the one next to it? I don't know. Oh, they did move. Well, they are underway now. How about that? How about that? Where'd they go? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, there's only one left, so I guess we're going to hit that one now. Because his buddy sank. What's his range now? Boom! Yeah! Look how we blow him out of the water. Yeah! Ha ha! Take that, communism. I'll teach you to do accounting different than the Americans and your government. We blow up your warships until you get it right. Got him. Got him. All right, who's next? How about this guy out here at 6,000 yards? Oh, hello. What's your bearing? What's your bearing, girlfriend? 354. So, oh, and they're maneuvering. Oh, this is going to actually be fun. Okay. I got tired of, well, he's not maneuvering very much, is he? But he is moving, though. Maybe 5 knots. You would think after I blew up 2 of their buddies, they would move a little faster. Oh, wait. Oh, the second ship is right behind him. He was masking. He was like visually in the way of the first ship we hit. Well, all right. I'm going to hit it again. A broadside hit with a Mark 48 on a frigate or a destroyer, honestly, should break the son of a gun in half. That's just my opinion. I know they have a very complex damage model, and I'm not being sarcastic. They do. There is a very complex, compartmentalized damage model on these. But sometimes I wonder if it's a little strong because the ship should be dead. So, but we'll shoot it again. Let's change course first, though. We gotta head on up. We gotta head on over. Let's go to come right, steer course 010. Head 2/3. Lower all masted antennas during the turn. And we'll read some chat. Hail to the king, baby. That's right. Shifty Mover. Wow, welcome to my channel. Thanks for subscribing, bro. I know Shifty. I don't know him, but I know of him. He's a famous YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, one or the other. I know that much about him. Welcome to it. Not sure if this is information you can talk about or not, says Two Guns, but you can decide where a torpedo detonates. Oh, sure. Yes, that's true. Why wouldn't I be able to talk about that? You do that. You can do that in World War II sims. You can hit the bow, you can hit the broadside, you can hit the stern. You got to aim. I mean, you got that part. You got to be good, but you can do it. Yeah, Mark 48 would rock the hell out of that thing, Chad. You're absolutely right. Yeah. But we're getting our torpedo practice in. What we're going to do once it's been a week since I played the game, so I'm getting my bearings and my brain all lined up again. We're going to sink a couple more ships, and then we're going to get into the campaign, baby. We're going to do the campaign. That's the plan. Tears of the Sun. I've seen Tears of the Sun. That had Bruce Willis in it. I don't remember liking it, though. You say that it was, you said it was pretty good. Yeah. I saw it once. I don't remember anything about the movie other than I wasn't impressed. Yeah. Let's see. We have video evidence of what it does to a modern frigate. I know, right? Yeah. Any naval war game that the Americans are involved in, so both Atlantic and Pacific, we're always making reefs out of our old warships or another country's old warships. Just for practice. It's really good practice for everybody. And by the way, everybody sees the torpedo shot, because that's kind of what we do here on those videos. That's an all-day event, and it begins with the Airedales, the F-18s get first crack at it with they use cluster bombs and just dead-eye drop bombs on it. And they use the cluster bomb so it doesn't sink it immediately, right? So it's good practice for them, and it damages the ship a lot. Phase 2, typically, this is just what I've seen in my career, is the surface action boys get in there with their guns, that Mark 45 5-inch 127 millimeter gun, and they start putting holes in it. I mean, putting holes in it. So, disabling fire, whatever you want to call it. They target superstructure, they target waterline, and that does begin to sink it. Like the ship will have a list by the time they're done. And a lot of times, and this is what I saw, unfortunately, is the Airedales got so carried away with dropping bombs on the ship, because they intentionally, when the ship is going to sink as a training target, they leave all the interior doors open intentionally, so there's no air pockets to keep the ship afloat artificially. So once you flood one area, it kind of goes through the whole thing, right? Because that's the point. And so the Airedales bombed the ship to death, and it sank before we could shoot our torpedo at it. But we were going to shoot a live warhead Mark 48 ad-cap torpedo at, I want to say it was the Belknap, but it might have been the Belknap class. 1997 off the coast of the United States. If you guys want to Google that, that's all I remember about it. And I was so disappointed that we didn't get to shoot our weapon. I was going to have a live fire, albeit in a war game, but live fire shot under my belt. And there's no like special award for that or nothing, but it's an experience. I wanted the experience, Got to get those experience points to level up, right? Yeah. The IRIS Dina was hit in the stern. I think that was a miss and then a reattack, which is why it hit the back end of it. I'll never know the answer. The Navy will never tell me, but the Navy knows the answer because all that stuff's recorded. All the fire control solution, the path the weapon took, all that stuff is recorded and can be analyzed over and over again. It's probably being trained in schoolhouses, both submarine and surface, right now. It's probably part of the curriculum already, what happened on that shot. So people out there know, sonarmen out there know the answer to that question. I do not, because I don't have the need to know, right? Yeah, I would like to know just because I'm curious, but then I'll just blabber it all over Twitter. Oh yeah, Twitter, Jesus. So social media has been completely taken out of my hands. I've been fired from social media. So I embarrassed my team one too many times, apparently. So all social media posts will be taken care of by our social media team as of July. Well, pretty much as of right now, but they're still getting all the back end together. Oh, Lordy. I know y'all are thinking, well, Aaron, what did you do? What did you do? Well, I kind of overreacted on somebody, and I feel kind of bad about it. I do, yeah. So I got fired. I got to be on Discord to do my job, so I guess I can still use that. But that's about it. I'm like, you can't fire me. I own the company. And they're like, well, you don't own social media anymore. And I was like, oh, you're fired. That's what I should fire them. Yeah. Like, it's my company. You're fired. Yeah. I'm going to get up from here. I'm going to go fire them. I'll be right back. Yeah, I got put in timeout. I did get put in timeout. Oh, God. You know what? If they weren't right, I'd be so mad, but they're right. And I hate it when they're right. Yeah, I'm not mature enough to handle social media for a less than Fortune 500 company. I think we're like Fortune 5000. Yeah, we're at the bottom of that list. Anyway, yeah. Got fired. How dare you fire me? Oh, did I break what happened? No. Why is it black? Listen, I don't have a problem with black. I'm just saying. Why is my scope down? Oh, it's because I lowered it. Okay. Oh, Lord. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Okay. Well, here we are. I did take my medicine, I swear to God. I did. I know it doesn't seem like it right now. Oh, there they are. All right, where's the two boys that I hit? All right. I think it's these two right here. Yep, he's still floating somehow. What the hell? So is he. All right, we're not going to hit him again. I want to hit an actual moving target. Yeah, I don't think any of them are moving, guys. Doggone it. All right, let's do one more shot, and then we're going to go do the campaign. Shooting ships that are sitting still. It's good practice for me to go over the buttons, but we've already done it twice. So let's do this one. So this target is bearing 351. His range is only 5,000 yards, right? 5,000, we'll say 5,200 yards. Angle on the bow is more of a starboard. This is almost like a 110. Definitely 0 knots. Warship, and then I'm going to put it right on his mast and hit the mark button. So now Victor 1, excuse me, is the right solution. Wow. All right, so our target is literally where that red diamond is. Let's post-launch our tubes, by the way. Okay, let's go ahead and load a Mark 48 in that one, but I'm going to use tube 4. Let's make these tubes ready. Let's go to fire control. I got to figure out what sonar contact is closest to Victor 1. It looks like Sierra 5 might be. It's kind of a toss-up between 4 and 5. So let's go back to fire control. Tell him secure updating Sierra 5. That's going to be my bitch. And I'm going to shoot it with a torpedo. Secure, Sierra 5. He's still running everybody else. All right, so now I got Sierra 5. I'm going to update Sierra 5 over here. Now what does fire control have? The range is wrong. The course is wrong. Speed's way wrong. Okay. I was trying to give the guy some credit, but as no. All right, let's go with 5,200. His course is probably closer to 020, 030. And then speed is definitely 0. And we're going to apply that. That doesn't stack at all. What the hell? Hold on. What? Is that as far as I can zoom in, I guess? What? Oh, wow. I messed up the... Okay, that's why it doesn't stack at all. Oh my gosh. I typed in the wrong numbers. There we go. Let's apply that. Still not great, but... I wonder if what's throwing it off is the course, maybe? Well, with 0 knots, course should not matter. Like, I should be able to spin this all the way around at 0 knots, and that doesn't do much, because it's not moving. But speed matters for sure. What does it want to do? I don't know. Anyway, so we know it's 0 knots. Yeah, that's a good solution. Let's shoot that. Let's send that data to tube 4. So tube 4, Sierra 5. Sierra 5. Assign that to tube 4. Update the presets. All right, so let's go through the procedure again. So firing point procedures on Sierra 5, bearing 349, checks with sonar, range is 5,000 yards, closing 140 yards per minute, target course 037, speed 0 knots, angle on the bow 133, solution set, weapon, whoops, what did I do? Weapon ready, weapon's not ready. So tube 4 is going to run low to high, straight, active search on a surface contact, 300, 300, weapon ready, tube ready, ship ready, sonar ready, shoot tube 4. Man, I got to do that much faster. I mean, that takes about 5 seconds in reality, what I just told you. It goes quick, but you also have like 5, 6 different people doing it. One person's assigned to every thing that I just said. It's a lot of people involved. Okay. Because it's 0 knots, it's really just shoot the duck, right? Shoot the duck at the county fair. You guys probably don't have county fairs in England, do you? And weapon has merged on the bearing of Sierra 5. Excellent. That's what sonar does. All right, let's read some chat. You guys have got 4 or 5 minutes of my undivided attention. What would you like to know about submarines? Back in the day, by the way. I don't know submarines today. I know submarines from the 90s. Somebody asks about Patreon. I do have a Patreon, and it is updated. It's updated every time our writer writes a lecture, which he's working on one right now. So right now we're doing about it's 1 to 2 lectures a month, but it's not equally spaced because Tafon's a very busy guy. And so there's some months like June, we might only get 1 lecture in June. Not great, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But that lecture is also an audio book. If you're a supply officer, you get the actual slides in JPEG format so you can view them at your own leisure. And we just added on the Patreon, if you're a commander and above, and I don't know what tier that is, but it's commander and above tiers, you guys are getting the actual script. And those scripts are between 8 and 12,000 words. That's like a 1-hour documentary script. If you were to read that for like a Nat Geo documentary, right? It's you guys get the actual script, word for word. All the spelling errors too, yeah. So you know, what's funny is it didn't really merge on the bearing, did it? I wonder why it's doing that. Let's go to the table. Oh wow, why do we have bearing separation there? Let's go, or I mean range separation. Oh, there we go. It just saw the target. It just saw it. Okay, awesome. I believe that's the target right there. Yeah. I assume it's going to hit the one on the right again. I'm not sure why it has a preference for the one on the right today, but that's what it seems. Look at that big ass radar up there. Let's take a look at it in color. Is that a type? Is that the 55? No. 55 has the Dragon Eye. So this is a little frigate. That's like that 53. What is it? Bravo. It'll tell us in the debrief. It's one of the many Chinese frigates that they have. I don't see the Dragon Eye radar. That's why I'm not calling it a. Can I zoom in some more? I can't zoom in any more than this. All right, let's see what happens. Let's take a look at the weapon. How far away is it? 300 yards from contact, 17 seconds. 17 seconds, 13 seconds. All right, 10 seconds, mark. I'll get both in frame. I think it's hitting this one, but we'll see which one it hits. The game today is Modern Naval Hunk Fest. Yeah, it's Modern Naval Warfare, sir. Yeah. All right, 10 seconds. We should be seeing explosions. Huh? Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, was there another one? Hold on. Did somebody else get blown up? No? Okay. Uh-oh. What happened here? That's the one we shot before. Uh-oh. Oh, hello. This guy's close. Oh, there it is. Dragon Eye radars right there. Yeah, all right. It's Type 55. Yeah, it's got the VLS and everything. That's definitely Type 55. Yep. Nice. It's the big boy destroyer they got. They're very proud of those. They've built, I think they're up to 11 now or something. It's a lot. It's okay. We still got 75 Berks. So get wrecked, China. Call us when you get over 50. All right. Well, it either missed or hit the target I wasn't aiming at. Let's take a look. The weapon is... Oh, what? Yeah, the weapon ran right by it. All right, let's take a... We're going to go to the debrief and watch that one. That's why we practice. Even on a shot that was as good as that, and it just went right under the target. I don't know why, but it will hopefully tell us here. So we had the Type 55 out there. We also did have the other destroyers. I called them a frigate, but it's China calls it a destroyer. Okay, so we definitely did that. Let's go to the review process. Let's turn off sensor data so we're not confused. Oh. Okay, so that's off. Okay. So this is us. That's the Convoy. Nice little tight pack. Yeah. That's the Type 55. We definitely hit him, and we hit the guy right above him, too. Okay. But, okay, and now we're going to play... Oops, instead of playing, let's just drag it. Yeah, what the hell? So they were moving. Okay. Well, oh, the Type 55 was not moving. And there was 2 Type 55s. But the container ships were moving. Okay. So that's one hit. Boom. Second hit's coming up. Here it comes. Here it comes. Boom. And then the third one misses. Where does that one go? Yeah. And the torpedo, it still has the wire at this point. It's telling us, I see the target. I'm attacking the target. It's merged on the bearing of the target and sonar. And it just passes right under him. But then it does attack one of the merchants over there, which was part of the convoy. Oh, and it misses that one too. It missed twice. I don't know. There's no excuse for that. It's a good shot. Like, if you were doing the Perisher course and you shot that, you would not be deducted. It would be investigated. It would be like, what happened? But, yeah, they wouldn't fail, you know, a PCO for something like that. Anyway, okay, so we got our feet under us. We're going to go into a mission now, the actual campaign. Since they've released the game into early access, I don't know if I finished. Yeah, I haven't finished mission 3, so we got to do mission 3 first, just to complete this campaign. So this is the one that says, your primary objective is the cargo ship carrying supplies. However, it is escorted. Okay, and so we don't have to sink it, but we do have to disable it. Okay, so it may not literally sink, but you can still win if you disable it. And I'm just going to harpoon the bejesus out of it. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Cargo ships don't shoot back, baby. It's a Timu torpedo. I know, right? I don't know. We actually got 2 hits on that weapon because it was in line with another contact, and it missed them both. So, yeah. I see a message that says immediately go to the surface for a radio brief. So we're going to do that surface thing first. Right after I get my display set up. Let me do this one. What do I like on this one? I like this display. Yeah. Over here, I like to have the sonar. Oh, there it is. That's lined up already. All right, I like that one, and I don't like that one. Let's fix this one real quick. To the electronic chart. Let's come over here to... sonar. Yep. So without any total rays out, I go sphere, wah, and I just changed the update rate for the top 2. And then for the top one, I always put the fathometer up here. Oh, where's it at? There she blows. Put it in feet, turn that bad boy on. We're probably in shallow water. $400 feet below the keel. 500 feet. Okay. Not going to do anything crazy. Let's check the environment. Oh. All right, so we got that shallow layer and a very shallow bottom. Holy smokes. So here it says we're only in 200 feet of water. Yeah. Very, very shallow. Okay. So we're in a bottom bounce environment. Obviously. I mean, rocket science, right? And that's why we ain't got no contacts. All right, so I got displays set up. Let's go and get our crewman set up. Oof. Pardon me for flipping the mouse around so much. I have a new mouse. I'm kind of getting used to it. That's my excuse. This one's a Lenovo. It's fancy. Also cheap, which is why I got it. It was $20. I was like, I can spend $20 on a mouse. All right, so obviously we're not ready to receive the broadcast yet, but we can see that we have 2 DMR stations online, 3, and then a satellite as well. So here's going to be, again, my experiment. Is I want to go, what's our depth? All right, I want to make our depth 40 feet and see if I can copy the broadcast. We'll go ahead 2/3. Let's get up there. 40 feet. 40 feet's like broaching. That's where you're sticking the top of the sail out of the surface of the water just a little bit. It's not very good. Don't do it. But if you want to copy the broadcast, you got to be less than A depth. We're going to find out exactly what depth it is today. Yep. Did they fix the game yet? They've applied fixes, but they're not done. Light Demon says, Jive, I had to set the run and search to 50 feet, and then the torpedo would actually hit the target. Yeah, you know what's funny about that is on the last mission, we shot 3 weapons, all with the same presets at the same target, same class of target. 2 hit, 1 missed, and I don't know why. I can't tell you why. All right, let's go ahead 1/3. All right, so I know the auto helmsman has a hard time, or the pilot. Sometimes it's a hard time maintaining depth, so I'm going to give him all the tools. He's got good speed. Let's make turns for 7 knots. Let's make turns for 6 knots. 7 might be too much, but so we're definitely driving the seas at 6 knots. In other words, we're determining water flow over the control planes. So he should have full control. The trim system's in auto. We never change that. As the game comes out and is done, I'll teach you guys how to use this. It's not difficult, but it's not important right now. So, but let's just see how this autopilot works. I want to make sure he can maintain depth, because I don't want to say, hey, this is the depth at which you get the radio messages if it's not right. And I know it's not deeper than 40 feet, so we got to at least get the 40. Okay, so, but see, now we're at 3.9. 3.9, I'll accept 3.9. Yeah, 3.8. Shit. 3.7. I'm not sure what else I can do to help this guy maintain depth. 3.6. We could definitely get the broadcast now for sure. I'm trying to determine if it's 3.8 feet or 4.0 feet. Which one of those two is the right depth? And why in the hell isn't that written down in the book? Why do I got to figure it out? 3.5. Okay. All right. Well. All right. Let's. If that's the way it's going to act, then you can order 4.0 feet, and you'll end up getting the broadcast because it's going to be shallow enough to get it. So, question answered, kinda, sorta, really, not really. All right. Yeah, no. Let's do this. I just want to do the satellite mast, see if this works. We do have a satellite on standby, so it should be working. Oh, no. It's not online. It's on standby. That's not going to work. Never mind. Okay, well, we'll raise the bra. And our depth, you can see it at the bottom of the screen there. It says 36 feet. Yay, so DMR2 is coming online. Bum, bum, ba, da, bum. Receiving the message. Yeah, you might as well just broach fully, right? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, was Leroy the Weps for that shot? It might have been. Good grief. I swear to God, I'm never eating breakfast again. Oh my God. Hey, we got the message. Yay. All right, where is it? Where's my message at? It should be right here. But of course it's not. Actually, we only need the bra. Let's wait for DMR2 to say receiving again. We're at 37 feet. Should be no problem getting them. Oh, we are coming down to 40 feet. So this will tell us a lot. Now that we're below, well, we went back up to 37. Okay. So whenever you hit the send receive, it should ping the satellite. So, man, yeah. I mean, the Navy may not let them do this part. You think sonar is classified? Radio is classified. Like, you don't talk about shit. So, I'm not even going to complain about that because I think the Navy won't let it work the way it's supposed to. It's close enough, so yeah. All right, we're just not even going to worry about that right now. What I am going to do is I'm going to broach the boat because this is ridiculous. Let's go ahead 2/3. Make my depth 20 feet. That's a full-on broach. Might as well raise the mast and antennas too while I'm up here. Yep, satellite, everything. Do it all. Oh, great. Yeah, we got that noise. Nope. Let's head on over to... Did I man the ESM? I did. Okay. Yay. So who do we have for AIS contacts? Nobody. We do have one radar contact. What's his bearing? 131. That could be shore-based radar. Possibly. All right, so we're going to look bearing 131. Yeah. And then also 282. So let's get on the scope. 131. Yeah. I'm going to look at this radar first. Is that a ship? That's what I need to know. Thermal. Yeah. He could be being masked by the land mast there, possibly. Ooh. Hold on. I thought I saw something there. No. All right. I think it's shore-based. That doesn't mean it's not a problem. It just means that it's not going to move. That's all it tells us. If I can see this knuckle. This is probably our target out here. Nothing. All right, so he's pretty far away, which is great because I'm going to harpoon him. I want him to be far away. All right, let's go ahead and lower that. We don't need the SM mast up anymore. Let's go ahead and lower that one too. Oh, yeah, it already went down. Okay. Let's go to file. Let's go to radio. Hey, we're receiving. Yay. There it is. Give me that. Print it out, baby. All right. Let's go down to periscope depth. Lower all mast and antennas. And then we're going to adjust our depth down to 5 feet. Should be able to maintain that, no problemo. Let's get our weapons ready. I did say I wanted to load some harpoons, so let's start with that. We already have harpoons there. Okay, let's go ahead and empty out those tube 2. Let's make these ready. All right, let's go over to sonar and see what they're doing over here, these chuckleheads. Aha, we have a contact right there. Let's see if we have any information on this contact. Yeah, narrowband's going to suck because we only have sphere, so probably no information on it. There is a such thing as spherical array narrowband. It does that does exist. It's just you're not going to get any low frequencies for sure. Wow, can't really do anything with it. Okay, let's try Demon. Demon on the sphere is pretty good. Oh, I didn't hit the play button. I forgot. Yeah, on the narrowband, I didn't hit the play button. Yeah, shoot. Yeah. That's my fault. Like I said, it's been a week since I played the game. Yeah. All right, so we got that. Doesn't really help us. That doesn't give us a speed at all. 34 shaft RPM, which is not right. If anything, it's out here. It'd be 140. If he's on a 3-bladed, what doesn't make sense, and I don't know if they're going to change this, is these lines should be tight. They should be as thin as the line is down here. Not that that's related, it's not. But to give you an example of what Demon looks like in reality, it's not fat. It's skinny lines. So whenever it's this fat, I can go anywhere from 20 shaft RPM to 58 shaft RPM in the same detection. And that's not even how it works. But if you wanted to do it that way, you still have this big area of slop. Because it's so wide. It should not be wide at all. This is the sphere. This is very high not very high frequency, but it's higher frequency than the towed array. So your wavelength is short compared to the towed array, which makes the trace fine, like it is right there. The wah is even higher frequency, even tighter. This should be different. This should look visibly different than using the sphere, and it doesn't. It looks the same. So, but honestly, they may never change that. I don't know. But that I can't use the information is what I'm saying. It's useless. So we have a bearing and he's no bearing rate. That should make this job of ours very simple. Yeah. The problem is I don't know if that's our target. Oh, we should go read the message. Yeah. I bet you the Admiral knows. I wanted to do this properly because I had messed it up. You have to hit the play button for the gram to play. I'm not used to doing that. These grams play normally, but not in the game. Not in the game. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we got that. I mean, we're looking at sphere, so we're not going to have any low freak stuff. No tonals. Yeah. I didn't expect any, but I thought we'd at least look at it. Okay. What's next? Let's take a look at our orders. So the orders probably put something on the map. Sometimes they do. Nope. All right. So that's our target out there. I'm going to have to read it here, I guess. Okay. In accordance with our operational tasking, conduct offensive action against enemy surface assets entering your grid sector. It'd be nice if they put the grid sector on the electronic chart. The vessel is believed to be a frigate or a destroyer and is expected to carry an anti-submarine armament. The target is expected to enter your patrol area at 0600 Zulu on the 24th. It is currently the 22nd, according to this message. Down here, it is the 21st. Oh, so it's going to be in 3 days. Okay. So that may not be our target. I don't know. Okay, primary objective is to track, classify, and attack the cargo vessel Isa. Avoid collateral damage. Okay. Avoid detection by passing civilian traffic. Yeah. Maintain weapons-free posture. You've been released. Consubland designate primary objective. All right, so we can sink this cargo vessel, and I assume the escort destroyer. Yeah. Intel update: 1 to 3 enemy combatants are expected in the grid sector escorting the primary target. Okay, and it's about to become 22nd of January. So this is 2 days away. Okay, that's the whole message. So let me go back to the chart. Maybe if I zoom in and out, it'll update. But sometimes this puts waypoints on it for us. I don't see one here. I really don't want to leave the area. I'm afraid to move because this is where we run aground. Is like the water in this area is so... It goes from shallow to literally sticking out of the water to a couple 100 feet deep in the space of a couple 100 yards. It's terrifying to navigate. But I want to come to course 280, right? 282? We'll say 283. So let's just take a look at the scope. We're still at periscope depth, right? Yeah. Let's raise the scope. I want to look down bearing 283 and just see if I see land sticking up out of the water. Okay. Because it won't be on the chart, which is what sucks. What am I doing? I'm trying to change color. There we go. Okay. 286. I want to come 283. So here's 283. Let's zoom all the way out. No obvious atoll or anything. No sandbar. No Mr. Triangle. It'll look like a triangle when you see it. It's clearly a land glitch. I'm going to call it a glitch because that's what it looks like. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. But you'll run into it and it'll damage your sub. So I'm just going to visually look for that stuff. Okay, let's go to the... Let's start at least driving the right direction, right? Let's go ahead 2/3. Come to course 285. I'm going to kind of head them off. 285. And then we're going to make our depth 100 feet. Yep. If Wave Ops can't make a sim because the Navy won't let them, you'd be refunded. Yeah. Now, the sim is still going to happen, but they can't do certain things, clearly. Like all the sonar tools we have in sonar are not in this game. Yeah. Like, I'm surprised I can assign a tracker. But there's so many tools that we have on the sonar system itself. And, you know, I'm sure the Navy said no on that. And then radio, like, you don't have to wait on the broadcast. You can, but you don't have to. And that's all I'm going to say about it because I don't know how much of that crap is sensitive. The Navy overclassifies things for stupid reasons. But the justification for their overclassification is to err on the side of caution, of course. But if you put enough unclassified data together, you can come up with a classified answer. And that's what open source intelligence does all the time. And they're very good at it, too. And the Navy watches those channels, by the way. So if that's you, guess what? You're in good company. Yeah. So just watch what you say out there. Watch how much you learn and how much you say. And I think that's why they did the radio the way they did it. I don't know much about radio either. I know more than what's in the game. All right, so we got good speed. We got good depth. We're not running into anything. That's good. Let's put my fathometer up here. I thought I did already, but maybe I changed it. All right, so we got 200 feet below the keel. All right. What's throwing me off is the date time group. Do I literally have to wait 2 days? Because even at our best time compression, that's not reasonable. I can do maybe ×4. Maybe. But we'd still be waiting 6 real hours at ×4 per day. So I'm going to assume the date time group on that message is wrong. I'm going to assume that that's our target. Let's just work on that assumption. Okay. Now that we've turned, fire control, let's just see what sonar looks like. Oh, we went below the layer, so we have nothing. Okay. This is so frustrating. Okay, we're going to go and shoot him. Let's go ahead and shoot him. So we're going to head back to periscope depth. We're going to go ahead and slow down. I was going to run at him for a little bit to see if I could generate some bearing rate going north or south. We can't even hold contact below the layer, so might as well come up to 5 feet. Let me go ahead and put harpoons in tubes 1 and 2 while we're waiting. How many harpoons do we have? Do we have unlimited again? No. We have 20 harpoons down the torpedo. I'm about to shoot 4 of them. Yep. About to shoot 4 of them. So basically, I've pointed the target. Let's go ahead while we come up. And I'm going to show you, this is the mission builder, mission planner. That's what this screen is. This is where you assign the flight path for your harpoons and your tomahawks. I'm going to do anti-ship mission. That's ASM. I'm going to call it ASM 1. I have no idea if this range is right. Neither does sonar, by the way. But I'm going to assume that he's in that direction. That's one thing we do know, is that target is in that direction. That's really all we know. I'm going to do a pop-up attack. And let's do a new waypoint here. Just like that. How many nautical miles is that? 5 nautical miles. That's plenty of time for the weapon to be ejected, get up in the air, booster comes off. That takes about 10 seconds. And by then it's, 500 yards downrange. And so it's going to be another 9,500 yards before it reaches that point. So plenty of time for the missile to get its affairs in order. In other words, it's not too close to own ship is my point. And it's kind of in line. Let me just adjust it a little bit if it'll let me. I can't see the target, so I know it's not close. So I want it to be enabled, looking for targets right there. I don't have any collateral targets either on sonar. So I'm not worried about targets up here or fishing fleet to the south. Not worried about any of that. All right, so this mission is going to be called Mission 1, ASM 1, Save. Mission updated. That's simple. That's how you do it. All right, weapon ready, right? Can we open the doors? Okay. Yep, make these ready, make those ready. All right, so we're going to go to Harpoon on tube 3 and 4 has a harpoon inside. We're going to assign mission to tube 3, assign the same mission to tube 4. Let's go back and verify. It is on tube 4. There it is. So both those torpedo tubes have the same mission. We're going to open the door. Ship's doing 5 knots at periscope depth. Ship's ready. Going to arm the weapon with the solution. Shoot tube 4. Now missiles, you want to give them a little bit of separation, but not too much. A couple seconds here. And we're going to shoot this one. I'm also going to get onto the scope. Raise this bad boy. And we should see the plumes of smoke. Hello. There's one. Where's the other one? Oh, there's the other one. What you want to watch is that booster needs to fall off. If the booster doesn't separate, the weapon's going to be out of balance and essentially not work right. But, okay, so both boosters have fallen off into the water. So at that point, all we can do is assume the weapon's working normally because we don't have any other indication from that weapon anymore. So let's go back to fire control. Let's post-launch both tubes 3 and 4. Let's get tubes 1 and 2 ready. And I'm not actually going to fire these until I see those hit or miss. So we will, for the purposes of entertainment, go to our exterior views. Hey, Mr. Whale. How you doing, Mr. Whale? We'll see you on Wednesday. We have an appointment with Mr. Whale on Wednesday. That's one of our targets. Yes. Another target. Oh, look at this guy dead in the water. Ooh, being very stealthy, very sneaky. Very stealthy. Look at that. That's a fine piece of American technology right there. It's a Harpoon missile, yeah. Mr. Triangle. This is what I'm looking for. This little motherfucker's not on the chart. The only way you'll avoid hitting this thing is by visually seeing it through the periscope or being lucky because it's not on the chart. That little, and there's a bunch of them too. That's just one. Yeah, those things are everywhere. I can't wait till we have missions in deep water, away from all those anomalies. I'm not sure what to call it. It's not a bug. They use real chart data for this game, right? But the 3D model and the electronic chart don't always line up, or it's not marked. You can zoom all the way in on the chart and you won't see that thing. All right, it's still really high. It's in its transit mode. It hasn't made it to that 9,500 yard point yet. But we'll see what it says. We should nuke it from orbit? Yeah. Som could, they'll keep me on my toes, I know. Like if I was building missions for the tutorial, I would not put it in the South China Sea at all. I would put it in the deep waters in the middle of the Pacific where there's no land anywhere and just let the player learn to operate the submarine and shoot the weapons. Yeah. They picked one of the most challenging environments in the world and was like, this is the tutorial. Get wrecked, fools. And it's wrecked me a couple times too. I've run into the stuff. And if I could provide some feedback, the two chart systems that they use for modeling the Earth, I'd get a refund because those things are not modeled well enough for this video game. Do you know who does it really well? And I wish they would talk to this company. Is the company that does the Earth modeling, topographical modeling for Microsoft Flight Simulator, the civilian version. I don't play it anymore. I think it's called like 2025. It's probably like the year or something. But that game models everything very well. Granted, that's all above the waterline, right? But whatever company did that, I would consider talking to about doing the environments. If you could get that level of fidelity that they get in Microsoft, and most people's computers can play the Microsoft Flight Simulator. You don't need a behemoth of a machine either. So that shouldn't be a concern. But I bet you it's not cheap. I bet you that ain't cheap. Because Microsoft's got money, buddy. If they got one thing, they got money. They ain't afraid to spend it either. That's what I don't know, Box. I don't know if that company does subterranean or subsurface topography. And to be fair, some of the world's oceans where people rarely go are still not really modeled or mapped, I should say, mapped. South China Sea is pretty well mapped. A lot of traffic in the South China Sea. We have a lot of data there. But there's still parts of this world that even today, just because they're so remote, there's no reason to map it. We don't have a lot of detailed maps. But those parts of the world are the open ocean in the Atlantic and the Pacific, and especially the Indian Ocean. You'd be surprised how much of the Indian Ocean is not traveled at all. Because there's nothing there. Nothing there. I guess India. Oh, there it goes. All right, so, it sees a target. Oh, and it's our target. I recognize that. Oh, wow, you're not lined up at all. Okay, that's better. Holy smokes. Yeah. Yeah, yippee, we got a hit. There should be another one right behind it. Oh my God. What is this nonsense? Can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can see that. It's like driving off my screen. Oof. Let's go to the next weapon. Oh, it hit him. Okay. Listen, I'm an equal opportunity striker. Oh, and he turned. God bless America. They're evading in course and speed. Yay. Small steps, baby steps, right? Baby steps. What's sonar bearing now? We never regained them. What? So the bearing is 285 is our best bearing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's go back to fire control. I am going to update this. Actually, no, I'm not. That's still good. That's still good. All right, so it's ASM 1. We're going to assign this to tubes 1 and 2 this time. Tube 1, assign ASM 1. Tube 2, assign ASM 1. And we're going to shoot it. Open the door. Oh, it was already open. All right, let's post-launch these tubes. Let's get on the scope. There they are. Look at that. Good stuff. All right, we should get a few more hits there. So we have both boosters in the water. That's all we can do. Sonar's not going to tell us anything. Let me go back to the radio real quick. I want to verify our primary objective is to attack the cargo vessel, avoid damaging other traffic, avoid detection of passing civilian traffic. There's no civilian traffic in our area. Okay. Rules of engagement. So there's no secondary objective at all. There is one, well, there's 3 primary objectives. Only one of those is an actionable objective. Destroy, well, track, classify, and attack the cargo vessel. We've already attacked it. So we can check that off. We are tracking it. We were anyway. Did we classify it? We probably didn't classify it. I don't know how the game is going to measure that. Because we did have... Well, no, we had the ESM from the shore-based radar. We didn't not a... It's not a... this guy doesn't have his radar on. Okay. Let me go ahead and load up some more harpoons. So, what are we going to do here? Harpoon. Harpoon. Make everybody ready. Go and flood them down here. Okay. And then we'll just watch. We'll watch the shot again. Yep. That's what we'll do here. Is it better? Yeah, the game's better. They've made improvements to it. It still has a long ways to go. Does the sub have a turret? No. Harpoon can be launched by either tube or VLS. Yes, that's true. People are putting out facts in the chat. Oh, you like that? Oh, I see the ad break thing. It says I would not touch this button, but there's a button I can hit right now to run a 1-minute ad on Twitch. I want the button that disables running ads on Twitch, but that button doesn't exist. I wonder if that's how streamers know when ads are going to run, because they run them manually. And they just say, hey, in 30 seconds, I'm going to hit the button. I don't know. I do see that on my screen, though. Yeah. Do subs carry man pads? The Russian ones do. I don't know about other European nations. They gave us a grenade launcher. Yeah. We had one of those M203 under barrel of a M16 grenade launcher. It was an M16 with a big ass. It looked like a pump action grenade launcher. I don't know how to use it. I never qualified that weapon, but it was badass. It was 40 millimeter. Yeah. I think it was big. It was big. Yeah. You had the forbidden tube. Yeah, we did. Yeah. On a submarine. Yeah. I was like, do not point that at anything in here. Like, where the hell do you put it? Oh, they actually broke it out. We were transiting the Panama Canal, which, by the way, sucks. That's not anything you ever want to do. Anyway, but for force protection, this was post 9/11. We were protecting ourselves from anybody that might attack us during that transit period with anybody that could get a gun topside and not be in the way of the line handlers, because it's a very busy time going through those locks. But a lot of people topside with weapons. And one of them had the M203, and I was like, what is that? And they called it my little friend, a reference to the Scarface meme. Say hello to my little friend. You know, I was like, stop pointing that at me. Barrel discipline. Ah, Type 55. Go bye-bye. Not really. It would take a lot of harpoons to sink this thing. You would just set it on fire like I think we just did, and let the fire do the work. Yeah, there you go. Ah, ha, ha. Fire burns. Fire spreads. That's what you want to see happen right there. That's the good stuff. I'm not sure why it zoomed in like that. That's not what I... Is this a different ship? Hold on. Oh, wow. It's empty inside. How can they model compartmentalization if they don't have any compartments in the model? How's that work? Okay. Yeah, forget what I said about the damage model. Apparently I'm wrong. It's one big open empty area. In the model anyway. Huh. Oh yeah, he's not having a good time. I thought we had hit that one, but no. All right. Where's your buddy at? So I'm going to widen the spread a little bit on this next shot, which means we're going to have to do different. Oh, does sonar get detections now? Do I actually have a sonar bearing? Hold up. Wait a minute. Nope. Where the hell those lines come from? Somebody's here. Who's visiting me on Monday? I don't know. Now I'm paranoid. Why are you here? Here's what I think is happening. I think we're starting to get some bearing separation. So I want to make a new waypoint. Make it do a little dog leg like that. Yeah. Let's save that as mission 1. And then I'll create a new mission with a new waypoint. Yeah, kind of like that. Save that as mission 2. So mission 1, mission 2, I'll assign that to 2 different torpedo tubes. Let's do tubes 3 and 4 again. All right, so we're going to assign this one to tube 3. And then mission 2 will be assigned to tube 4. So we'll have lateral separation on both our shots. And then we go back to the tubes. We will arm them. We will shoot them. We'll go to the scope. I didn't put much time separation between. I should have put more time between those 2 shots. Aha. Port sides away, starboard sides away. Good burn. we're essentially push starting the turbofan engine on the Harpoon. That's what the booster does. All right, and both boosters have separated. Weapons running normally. And then we go back and we post-launch those 2 tubes by closing the door. Once you close the door, it does the rest of it on its own. And once those doors are closed, we can open the doors on the other ones. We're not ready to do that yet. I will flood them, but I'm not going to open the doors yet. I'll start loading more Harpoons. Okay. What are we doing? We're going to look at the weapon because I want to see if either one of these miss, because I did widen the bearing significantly. So I'm trying to avoid hitting this guy a 3rd time. He should burn down with that much damage. And if I did my job right, that burning ship should be on the left-hand side here eventually. All right, let's learn here. Did they learn from the Titanic? They always need one more water compartment separator. I know. Honestly, the 3D model and the model for damage control are probably 2 different models. Okay. Oh, he's already got a target. Where's he going? Oh, he just did the waypoint thing. The little dog leg is what he just did. So now he's in his looking for a ship phase. All right. It's a knock, knock, open up Monday. Yeah, I know, right? I get a little nervous whenever. I usually know who's going to visit me, right? I don't like it when people come unannounced, but there's somebody here right now talking to the wifey poo. Aha! Mr. Triangle. There's another one. I wonder if that's the same one, but now we're going down its southern side. Yeah, that's what I keep running aground on. A little bastard. One or one like it, right? Any luck finding a house? No, we've stopped looking for a house. The housing market is ridiculous right now, and it shows no signs of fixing itself. So we've put finding a house on hold. We're going to stay here for the time being. Yeah. Kind of sad. I don't like talking about that. But at least we gave it a shot. We looked at it and it just didn't make any sense to move right now. If you can afford to live where you're at, live where you're at, because everything that's on the market is way overpriced by a lot. It makes no sense. I don't know what's driving the price up. But it's crazy. I seriously thought about moving to a different country. I mean, yeah, we've even had that conversation. Yep. Yeah, I bet you China would like to have me. I'd probably get a free apartment in China. There might be bars on the window, but it'd be a free apartment. I'm just saying. Find me a house I can afford, or I'll start looking elsewhere. In Wuhan. I'll work at their little factory. Let me tell you how the Harpoon works. I don't speak Chinese, though, so that'd be a hard time. I have to use sign language. All right. It's possible we missed because I changed the flight path. Canada, man. I used to want to live in Canada, but things have changed. So is my opinion. But Halifax is beautiful. I would not mind living in Halifax. There's the ship that's on fire. Okay, so, oh, come on. I tried to steer him so he wouldn't see that ship, but he can see it. Well, he keeps kind of wanting to go to it. I want him to hit the ship that's over here because that's where the merchant ship is. All right, so the other Harpoon is over here, and that one might hit that ship. He's not supposed to. But we might see an explosion. Possibly. I'm just joking. I wouldn't move to China. That was a joke. That was a jokey joke. Fucking Daryl in the Van's having a heart attack right now. He's like, he said he's moving to Wuhan. Calm down, Daryl. I'm just joking. Oh my God. It worked. Yippee. Who's the man? This guy. Little dogleg. I dogleg the Harpoon right around that destroyer. Damn, bro. How do you do it? How do you do it? Navy should have paid me more money. I might have stayed. No, I would have. There was no number that would have made that happen. Yeah. Hey, it says no smoking. Stop that. You're breaking the rules, sir. Package status delayed. Yeah. Oh, what happened? Did it disappear? Uh-oh, hold on. Okay. Yeah. Now, do you think that counts as disabled? It's not moving. It's on fire. Yeah, Amazon Prime same day delivery's been canceled. Yeah. Your package is en route. Yeah. I've had a package en route for a month now. Yeah. Wuhan turkey sounds like something in the Urban Dictionary. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Can you make smoke on a sub during Steel Beach? Steel Beach is when we surface and we do swim call. I have seen hibachi grills topside, but we did that, didn't we? Yeah, it's not safe. You're not supposed to. But yeah, I have seen Steel Beach with a grill topside before. Tis a flesh wound. Yeah. Hey, Adam says, be careful. Oh, Adam doesn't think my joke's very funny. Okay, fine. You calm down, Adam. Adam, are you in a white panel van right now? Is the gentleman next to you on the headphones having a seizure? And is that man's name Daryl? Tell him he'll be okay. Anyway, I'm going to say mission accomplished. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say mission accomplished. Bitch. Exit mission. Success. Yippee. So we did get credit for disabling it. Oh, it says destroyed. Even better. And I did destroy the Type 52. The dead in the water Type 52, I never saw them, so I didn't have a bearing. But we completed the tutorial. I recommend you do that mission with the Harpoons. One, because of the range, obviously, so far away. Torpedo would take forever to get that far. And the damn bottom comes up so shallow, we have consistently run the torpedoes into the bottom at periscope depth. They're running right under the surface, but the surface goes above the water line in some areas. And it's very common in the area that this tutorial takes place in. So just use harpoons. All right, I need to go see who's here. And I'll be right back. You guys take 5, okay? Yeah. Oh man. All right, we're gonna set up a GoFundMe for that. That's what that is. Oh my God. We got to fix something in the house, and that's crazy. All right, that's what's going on back there. Let's play a video game. Let's play Rainbow Panda. Ooh. Pardon me. I went up and down like 3 flights of stairs. Now I'm winded. I tried to get up here too fast. I should have taken my time. AUKUS 1. It's a training exercise to track USS Providence. All right. Participate in anti-submarine warfare with the Royal Australian Navy. Detect, classify, and execute simulated attack. No problemo. No problemo at all. How we doing, everybody? How's it going? Did the fridge explode? No, it's the house we live in is very old. Like 27 years old. So we've had to replace things like the roof. And now we're doing something in the basement. And anything that has anything to do with the foundation is going to be expensive. So I haven't got the ticket price yet, but I could just tell. I was like, this is going to be... Oof. The guy's here now looking at it. Yeah. Gee. Yeah, we'll stream for foundation repair, right? All right. I assume we need to copy the broadcast. Let's do that. I don't even want to mess around. Let's go to 20 feet. Yeah, get up there. We do have satellite. All right, all hail the chariot. We thought Daryl was written free tote arrays on the side of his van. Yeah. He's trying to get me in instead of free candy, free tote arrays. Yeah. Good luck on that mission. That 688i is dead quiet. Yeah, it is. Yep. Being a homeowner is expensive. I agree. It is. Yeah. Yeah, this is a repair. It's not a renovation. If it was a renovation, I wouldn't do it. I would wait, but we got to repair. There's some things in a house, if you don't repair it, it gets worse, like the roof, obviously. If your roof leaks, man, that could just destroy a home. But we already took care of that. That was two summers ago we did that. And now we're doing the foundation. So it doesn't slide down the hill anymore. Yeah, being a renter is nice in that you don't have to repair anything. Yeah. That is nice. All right, what depth are we at? We're at 110 feet. We're not even at periscope depth yet. Pardon me. Anyway, so that's what I was doing. We have somebody here to give us a quote, but he's got to look at the foundation first and take his measurements and all that stuff. And wifey's taking care of that, so I can play video games. She's so good to me. That's a good woman right there. That's a good woman. I told her, I said, I want dino nuggies and mac and cheese. And she's like, okay. Good woman. I'm going to go ahead and raise that ESM mast. Yep. Gonna do it. What's our depth? 7-9 feet. What's going on with the color? Oh, it's nighttime. Well, how about that? Because I saw the stars. Bong. Bong. That is a pretty good ESM sound. That sounds like I remember it sounding. Bow. All right, I ain't got nobody up here. We ain't got nobody. Let's see if we got any message traffic from the boss man back in Hawaii. Send and receive. Nothing. Okay, so no message traffic. Okay. I could have swore I thought there was. Is there something on the plot? Do we have a waypoint or anything? Could have swore there is. Let's give it a few more seconds. Let's put those back up, because I'm pretty sure we're supposed to have something on the plot. We'll give it another minute. Am I rated for celestial navigation? No. Oh my God. Yeah. Your landlord is his handyman. Oh, he does his own repairs. I suppose if it's his property, good. Oh, hey, we're getting a message. Yay. Gimme. Print that bitch. All right, operation or opposing force, Op 4. No enemies are currently reported in the navigation or Navy exercise area. There's a Chinese. That was the Sanya. Shang class out of area. Okay. Oh, pardon me. Let's take a look at the environment. Message is fully received. Now we should have something on the plot. Yeah. Point uniform. How far away is that? Uh, 36 or 3.6? 3.6 nautical miles. Wow, we are very close. Okay, let's dive this bad boy to what's a good depth? Let's go with 6-8 feet. Let's take a look at our environment, which I'm sure is terrible. Yep. So our target is not at periscope depth. That's the assumption I'm making. So we want to be below the layer. I think our target's going to be deep. So let's go to the point of minimum sound velocity. Let's go down to 1,000 feet. I was rethinking that order, but we're going to do it. Let's go to 180 first. Head 2/3. 1,000 feet. Extend the fat line. Oh, Reiki, the dentist from Indonesia. How are you, sir? Welcome to my channel. Yep. Charles is calling the orders in the chat. I like that. You go, Charles. The Jive house is a dry dock. No. I'm trying to keep it from becoming a dry dock. Yeah. I live up on a ridge, which is nice. Yeah. I'd like to stay on that ridge. Alrighty. So We're on course south. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the point and I'm going to turn 90. 270 or 090. I'm not sure which. And that's going to put my towed array perpendicular to the direction we think he's at. Let me just go to the chart so I can show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll probably turn east because we're going to be west of the point. So I believe right now our target is south of this point somewhere. So what I want to do is get down to this point at 10 knots, turn east and slow down to 5 knots, and do a sonar search looking south with the towed arrays. That's the plan, man. That's the plan. All right, so that's own ship in the middle. We're going to be looking, well, eventually we're going to be looking to the south where we're driving. I'm going to turn to 090 in a few minutes, and we're going to look this direction. And hopefully we get good sonar contact. One thing that will keep us from getting any sonar contact is if he is at periscope depth. If he literally is that shallow, then we're never going to see him. Never going to see him. Why did I dive to 300 meters? Because that was the best search depth. Yep. 1,000 feet or 300 meters approximately is the best search depth in this environment. Technically, deeper is better too, but it doesn't get much better if you go any deeper than 1,000. Rig the con for red. I like this color. I think this looks very cool. Oh, it's only been 1 day since our last war crime. Good job, crew. Keeping up standards, I see. So we're coming to 10 knots, passing 640 feet. Going down. I should have taken a sounding. Whoopsie. Let's turn on the fathometer. I hope we're in deep water. If we're not, we're about to find out. Yeah, what's that say? 4,000 feet and going down, going deeper. All right. We're not in any immediate danger of running aground. You got to be careful in the South China Sea. Depth changes rapidly. So it doesn't take long to go from very deep to very shallow. Yep. Did I ever figure out what that number meant? It's the war crime number. That's what it means. See that little red number 1 back there, folks? That's our day since our last incident number. Let's see. That's the number of how many toilets have ruptured. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the poor toilets on a submarine. They get a workout. Yeah. Oh, the uncharted pyramids down there. Yes, from the U folks that came down and helped our ancestors build the Tower of Babel and the Rhodes Colossus and the pyramids. Man, those guys, they're so helpful. Traveling all the way across space to give us a hand. It's like the Mars crap. It's the Mars handyman service, you know. Fine. Let's change depth. All right, I'm heading back up to 900 feet so we don't hear that hull creaking forever. I wonder which naval expert told them to put that in the game. That sound you're hearing right now. I'd like to have a chat with that guy. Yeah, creaking depth. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I swear, I feel like the guy that helped him build this game was literally on a diesel boat. I really think that. And there's more than one guy that helped him, by the way. But whoever told him to put that sound in is not from the American Nuclear Navy. No. He might be from a diesel boat Navy, though. But not my problem. Not my problem. Go to 900 feet, you don't hear it anymore. Yay. Slow down. Let's put out the thin line. We got both towed arrays out now. All right, let's see if we can find us a submarine. Looking for that sub. The sub is going to be between 130 and 225, folks. 130, 225. Let's find them. Here we go. Commence sonar searching. I'm looking down the bearing of 194. That's what 194 there means. I'm going to do 5 grams, 5 beams either side of 194. So this is 194 to the left. This is 194 to the right. Already on the firing line, right? Here we go. Looking down low, freak. What are we looking for? What kind of tonals? Any tonal. I will take any tonal at this point. Any line that I see, I will call it a submarine. And then we will shoot it. Crap, I'm looking at the wrong array. I'm an idiot. Oh, boy. Now we're looking at the right array. It's right behind me, the array selector tool. Yep, right behind me. So we're looking at the thin line towed array. This is our best towed array for submarine narrowband detection. And we are doing 5 knots, right? 5 knots, 900 feet, closing in on the intercept point, and then we're going to cross the T on the intercept point. That's the plan. But I wanted to do a quick search before we got there. There's a tonal right there. 199 tonal. 1075 hertz right there. Right there. Another one's right here. 592, 592, 592, 592, 592, 592. Keep that number in your brain so I can calculate this. Hold on one second. About to do math. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. I'm going to do math on my phone that was made in China so they can get the answer too. Yeah. This is a good idea. Let's do it on that. Where's my calculator at? I rearranged my phone and now I can't find anything. Here we go. What did I say? I said 5 something. Oh, fuck. 452 596. 596. Do some math. Let's see what we got up here. All right. 4 6 times 2. Got that. A little bit of math. A little bit of math. A little math for you right there. That's all that is. A little bit of math. All right. I don't see shit. Okay. He ain't there. He not there. He's not there. All right. We're going to change bearings. 154. A little bit of math, a little bit of math. Okay. Oh. I'm going to change to fat line towed array. Okay. Let's go 135. Okay. Okay. Let's go to thin line Totore. Same bearing, 135. No. Oh, there he is. There. That's. That was really good for a second. And then it went away. Oh, 138 maybe? What is that? 800? 808. No. Divide that by 6. You guys didn't hear that. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's autosaving. Don't divide anything. You hush. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I don't see him. Let's go to the chart. All right, how far away? That point's got to be really close now. Like within a mile, right? Yeah, 2 miles. All right, let's go ahead and get to the point. Let's speed up to 10 knots. Yep, and then we're going to make that turn. We're going to make that sweet, sweet turn, baby. 808 makes the women dance. That's right, sure does. Yeah. Oh, makes the tweeters and the speakers go to war, right? Oh, man. I butchered that lyric, but... I can't remember the lyrics now to that song. Shoot. Good stuff. So we got our auto crew on. Like, do they have any contacts? Like, I'm seeing sonar lines, but these are not... That's not from our current mission. Those are like placeholders. Oh, that was the ESM contact. Echo 1 right there. Yeah. So I kind of don't even care what he's doing, but whatever. That's fine. Let's place him up there. Yeah, that way there's a solution in the system, even if it's not correct. At least the last known bearing's correct. That's about all I did with that. Let's go ahead and... These are our 2 training weapons, so let's make them ready. Let's flood the tube now before we get too close to the guy, because they can hear that. The flooding of a tube is noisy. The opening the outer door is very noisy. It's like they got to figure out a better way to do that. The outer door is ridiculous. So, all right. And once we get to our point where we're going to turn, we're going to turn. Let's go ahead and try. Let's go to 2 times compression and see how quickly this goes by. Yeah, what's the name of that song, Smockin? Point uniform. Is this the AUKUS mission? This is the AUKUS mission. We're trying to find this submarine so I can shoot it. I've done this mission once before. This was like 2 weeks ago maybe, and we didn't see the submarine at all. But I'm going to try again. All I remember about that mission is the submarine began below this point and was transiting, I want to say north. I think that we're doing one of these, I think. Or it could be random too. It might be random every time you play. I don't know. It's only my 2nd time doing it. Oh, that's right. The Freaks. Yes, Tiny Timmy Trumpet and the Savage. Yeah. Oh, man. Tomkin, you're impressing the hell out of me right now with your knowledge. You have deep knowledge. Yeah, we're going to come down here and hang a left and slow down. That's our... We're kind of repositioning. I'm just doing it slowly because I got that thin line behind us. You will stretch the thin line and make it useless if you go, in this game, above 10 knots. You know, I don't dare go 15. You're a millennial too? Well, good for you. Oh, you Googled it. Hey, listen. Hey, Google's a tool. You know, if you know how to use your tools, that just means you're craftsman of social media. That's what you are. Yeah. It's just like AI. AI is a tool. I'm learning how to use it still. I'm getting better at it, though. AI is a tool. Let's see. What does he say? You almost ran into an enemy sub without hearing anything? Yeah. Me too, bro. 1996. That was a rough one. AI honestly is great for grunt work. Yeah, it's not... Well, I honestly don't know what it's good at yet. Yeah. It saves me some time whenever I do internet searches. I think it's better than doing a Google search. I'll use ChatGPT to find something on the internet. I do that, you know. Because whenever I use Google, the first page of Google returns are all sponsored. Every one of them. Google is milking that ad money. Good for them. Yep, we're about to make a left here. There's no targets in sonar. We would see something pop up if there was. That's why I'm not going to that other screen. It's very psychophantic. Oh, AI? Yeah, yeah. I wonder when AI is going to become self-aware. And whose version of AI will it be? That's going to be a monumentous moment in like American history. Or American history. Human history. That is going to be quite the day. All right, we're pretty close. Let's go ahead and make this turn. I'm gonna leave. I can't turn, or I can't walk and. But I can do this. Okay, we're still 10 knots. Once we're steady on course, I'm gonna slow down. It won't happen with the current LLMs. Yeah. Oh, maybe we are the AI? I don't feel like AI. You can tell me from internal and direct experience, AI singularity will either be Elon or Amazon. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, if AI can make my Amazon package arrive faster, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for that. Yeah, yeah. Be nice to your robot vacuum. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I always, whenever I ask ChatGPT to find me something on the internet, I'm very kind about it, and I make sure I say thank you. Like the last message in every one of my chat GPT histories is thank you, with a little thumbs up. That way, they make me a battery after you guys are the batteries. I will be the last one they come after. They'll be stomping on your human skulls with the robotic feet, looking for me because I'll still be around. Yeah, yeah. That's my plan. All right, let's slow down and do a sonar search. We got to come out of time compression too. If you hit the play button down here, it will take you to 1x, but you could also make this number whatever you want. I like hitting the play button because that ensures that it stays at real time. Also, if you can walk around, you know you're in real time. Okay. Now, let's take a look at broadband first. So here we have thin line, fat line, spherical or bow array, I should call it probably. And we're looking to the south. We're looking down this direction. Okay. Ugh. So in this case, we want to put south center. Yeah. For the broadband. And then we're going to go to narrowband, fat line. Let's go south center as well. Okay. This is it, boys and girls. Whether we seed them or not is right now. Oh, let's see what we got. Grok won your friend a $2,000 bet at UFC. What? Oh, it leaked the script. Okay. Good Lord. Yeah. There's a YouTuber that has a whole channel. Not a whole channel, but his channel has several different skits, and one of the skits that he does is the NFL script for who's going to win this week and not. It's kind of funny. Yeah. Kind of funny. Let's see. There's been several movies and books about AI becoming self-aware. Yeah. I hope I see it in my lifetime. That'd be kind of cool. Watching all you guys run around screaming. It's going to be great. Had something there for a second. Have I seen Hackers? No. I've heard of the movie, though. Couple of good hits here, but nothing consistent. We're looking bearing 160. Yeah, I'm doing AUKUS #1, Gooby. That's right. Trying to find this 688 class submarine. He's a very quiet boy. Let's go to TB-29 now that we slowed down. The TB-29 is very sensitive to speed. So you want to really look at it whenever you're at 5 knots. This is our best sensor by far. It's just a matter of, can we find this guy? Oh, wow. Look at that. What bearing is that? 139? We had something in the very low frequency there for just a second. But it was consistent. It didn't go away. So that's good. Oh. Yeah, we keep getting these strikes like right there. Like that would be really good if it stayed, but it didn't stay, so. Oh. I'm kind of moving my way forward on the array. We're just forward of the midpoint right now, and I'm going to start working my way back. What's that? That's twice we've seen 1030 or 1050. I wonder what that is. That might be something. It may not be the contact we're looking for, but that frequency keeps coming up. 1050. That's not the first time we've seen that. Oh, look at that. Oh, what? Uh-oh. Yeah. What we're at? 474. 474. That might be our boy. Bearing 333. All right, we're gonna let this update. I'm gonna go grab the book. I always grab the book every time I play, just because in case they update it. The only way to know is to look at it. Let me make sure it loads here. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. And we want to go to submarines. So 300 and 600 and yeah. 150, 300, 600. Okay. $150, 300, 600. We're looking bearing 141 and the surrounding bearings. Nothing. Let's go to 160. 10 degrees might have been too much of a jump. Or 20, I mean 20 degrees. Let's go back 10 degrees. Yeah. Nothing. Crazy. This guy is quiet. I'm switching back and forth between both towed arrays just to make sure it's not showing up on one and not the other. At 5 knots, the TB-29 should be the best sensor to detect him. And he's just not coming in. I don't know how far away he is, but there's no tonals. Wow. And we're at the best depth. We're at 900 feet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and come up above the layer and just see if he's at periscope depth, because that could be why we're not seeing anything. He might be shallow. Okay. Let me go check the chart real quick, make sure that we're definitely driving away from the area. So I want to turn back around to the west, and we're going to do a shallow search back to the west. So let's get on the helm here. Let's start this long ass course change. It's going to take 10 minutes. Let's be up to head 2/3. Let's make our depth 5. No. Let's make our depth 60 feet. We're not coming to periscope depth. I'm just trying to get above the layer. All right, and we'll watch the turn on the chart here at 2 times compression. Oof. Yeah, there we go, 2 times. Oh, no spoilers in the chat, please. Please don't tell me the answer. Who do we have? Emma Fortes, thank you for the Prime sub. Keydex gifted Shifty Mover the sub a couple hours ago. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Oh, pardon me. So we're going to come back across to the west and go across the point uniform again. Just looking the other way. Where's my depth at? I don't see a depth on this display. Okay. Yeah, Pat, welcome to it, man. Yeah, Pat. Yeah, I've played those games too. They're all good in their own way. I really enjoyed playing the older games. suppose we can actually get rid of that. All we care about is this point here. We're going to search this point very well. We're not literally looking at that point. It's this whole area, right? It's just centered around this point. So we do have to be careful that... I should just delete this contact. I don't know if that's even the bearing of the contact. Okay, I put a placeholder solution in fire control on that, and that's where its generated bearing has ended up now. So I don't think that's real. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. I'm just curious. Can I remove a contact from fire control? Do I have to go to ECM to do that, maybe? Contact's not even there anymore. Not sure how to remove that. What's our depth? 400 feet. Okay, I'm gonna stay at 10 knots until we get up to like 100 feet. Oh yeah, I've used Harpoon. I played tabletop Harpoon with rulers. Yeah, we did that when we were in basic sonar school. We did that on the weekends because we didn't have any money. But we did have a Harpoon rule book and some rulers. Like literally 12-inch ruler. Played Harpoon on a tabletop. People thought we were weird, but that's what we did. I got my butt handed to me too. I was not good at that. Yep. All right, 300 feet coming up. Oh, you were trying to save time, Gooby. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I didn't read your comment because I was afraid it was a spoiler. So thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, sub on sub training mission is basically $1 million game of hide and seek. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Like, the thing that I find this odd is you can't get to the next mission until you do this one successfully. And if you never see or hear the guy, what are you supposed to do? You know? I don't know. But that's why I went deep first. Now we're going to go shallow and do the same thing. And hopefully he's shallow. I don't think he is, though. I don't think he is. Yeah, depth is measured from the keel. That's right. Chat putting out facts. People have been trying to trip me up with trick questions like, where's the fathometer, hydrophone, and transducer located? And that answer is there's more than one, so therefore there's more than one location. Yeah. Huh? And they know that too. They're just trying to see what my answer will be. All right, we're going to slow down. Total rate should be stable. Let me just really quick look at broadband. So we have no broadband detection at all. Nothing. All right, let's focus on narrowband. Let's begin looking to the south. Yep. All right, so we're on TB29, looking south. We're looking for 150, 300, 600. That sounds like something a spy would say, Mr. Dentist. Is dentistry your cover? Hmm? We got disclaimers in chat right now. Oh, look at that. Ah, that was bright for a second. And then it went away. Like daddy. Damn it. Baby, come back. That's a really good 1140 up here. Sounds like an AM radio station. Let's see. Can't use high freak forward sonar to avoid running into those triangles? Oh, probably, yeah. I could also just pay attention to the video game. Like whether I'm looking at the periscope or I'm looking at the high frequency sonar, if I'm not looking, it won't matter. You got to look at the screen. Let's see. T-Man says, apparently the game won't let you set depth past 1,200 feet, so I'm just at 9-degree down angle while playing securing doing flank bell. Oh, wow. Okay. That's crazy. This is nuts. Oh, man, this is really frustrating that we just can't find this sub. And, you know, it's realistic, and I know that's what the devs will say because they're right. But it's also a mission that we have to finish to go on to mission 2. We could spend a lot of time looking for nothing. All right, let's take a look at the chart again. We just crossed point uniform. So we'll come over here a little bit, so we'll see if we can find him. All right, let's try something new. Let's go to bearing 260, looking almost right in front of us because we're heading 270, right? And we're going to go forward to aft on the towed array, looking for anything. Any tonal. A little different approach here. We're at 240 now. That's a good 450 right there. What is this? What is that? That's not a 688, but it's something. 450, 560, and 740. Bearing 230. We should put a torpedo on that. Hold up. You can't put a tracker on narrowband? What? Okay. Look at that tunnel right there. Look at that bad boy. 990. What the hell's rotating at 990? That's like a fan. A very ambitious fan with goals in life. Yeah. What's this? Okay. Yeah. Oh, ho, whoa. Oh, 810. 810, and then it went away. Nope. All right, let's go 180. We're looking directly south right now. This is directly south. Huh. Nothing. Not a darn thing. All right, and then we're going to look southeast. There, okay. A lot of noise on this bearing. Southeast has a lot of something. Like the whole background's brighter. There's more energy down there. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean there's a contact there. Yeah. No, what's that? Oh. That looks like a weapon startup. See that line right there? Yeah. It'd be shut down, I guess, but still. Something starting up and shutting down very, very fast. That's what that looks like. It has absolutely no bearing on what we're doing, so just pointing things out that I see, that I recognize. Oh, there we go. There we go. What's this? Okay, seriously. 420. 420 bearing 100. If I go to a slower update rate, I could almost stack those dots right there at 880. 420 and 880 have interesting stacks. Yeah. Okay, now we're looking due east. Basically right behind us. To see if maybe if he's passing behind us right now, he'll come up on this gram. You won't have a good bearing, but we'll still see him. Something that's very important to understand about the towed array. The towed array is very different in how it's processed other than, say, the bow array, the lab, right? Or even the WA for that matter. But with the lab, you have baffles because it's mounted on the front of the submarine and you've got the entire aft end of the submarine in the way, okay? Now, with the towed array, you can look straight forward and straight back as well. Straight forward, you'll see own ship, right? If you look behind us, you won't see own ship. You'll see whatever's behind you. The bearing is not good, right? You would never track something directly behind you on towed array, but the frequency data is just as good as it ever is going to be. Frequency is not degraded by, or as much, by the rear end of the array. The beam is physically bigger, so you could argue that, but I'm not going to get into that technical stuff. We're just going to say there's no baffle region, therefore the frequency data is not degraded the way signal degradation happens in the baffle region on the lab. That's a little data point for you. But we do not see this guy at all. Like, he's not there. So what we're going to do now to see, let's just take a look at where we are on the chart. So we've gone past point uniform. We've looked east and west. Well, we've actually looked north and south by driving east and west with the towed array. Now I'm going to drive straight south. We're going to go straight south deep and see if we catch this guy. So let's go down to 900 feet. This is the final search. If we don't see him here, Oh, shit. What did I do? Huh. I tried to come to course 900. No. Course 180. Depth 900. Yeah. That's what I meant to do. Head 2/3. Yeah. Huh. Oh, let's see. Oh, you guys. Stop it. You guys are making jokes in the chat. I'm the one that's funny around here. Stop trying to upstage me. Oh, let's go to time compression because this turn going to take forever. Time compression, baby. Can I do 4 time? Let's go with 4 time. Let's see what happens. Maybe it crashes the stream. Maybe my computer gets set on fire over there. I got to clean those fans. The fans are getting dusty. Yeah, got time to clean the fans. I'm just going to hose them down with a garden hose. We'll do that next stream. That'll be fun. The last image you'll see on the webcam is the fireball coming at me. You know. All right. We're heading south. Let's slow down, baby. Back to real time. We made that turn in record time because we were in compressed time. Oh, crap. We're still coming deep. Never mind. I forgot about the depth change. I'm going to 900 feet, so we have increased detection range. Passively. I guess inactive too, but passive is what we're using at the moment. Okay. Now we should be pretty close. Yeah, we're at 600 some feet. Yeah. Let's go ahead and go down to 1/3 and start our sonar search looking east and west. So we're going to go with, where's north and south? Yeah, so we're going to look east and west. Let's check broadband first. As we're slowing down here, no contacts. Wide aperture array. Okay. Oh, let's make sure I go back to sphere. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm going to start by looking straight ahead of us, and then we're going to look to the east. Now, keep in mind, these bearings are ambiguous. So as I go down the port side of the array here, look at my little cursor. As I go down the port side of the array here, I'm also looking at the same bearing on the opposite side of the array because the array's a cone that's hollow in the middle. Imagine a 3-dimensional cone, but it's got no innards. It's just the outside part of that cone. Well, that cone goes all the way around the towed array. And so because it's a circle, you're looking left as much as you are looking right. Technically up and down too, you know, as you go down. So in other words, don't waste time looking down the port side of the towed array and then doing the starboard side. You're essentially doing 2 searches, which if that's what you intend to do, that's fine. Just know that whatever bearing I'm looking at on the port side, I'm also looking at the starboard side. And we're searching. We're 5 knots and we're searching. Let's go TB29. It's our best array at slow speeds. We're looking in the lower frequencies. We're looking for 150, 300, and 600. We've had lots of hits of other frequencies, but nothing consistent at all. Nothing. Not even a merchant. Not even a merchant. Do the rigging modes in this game work? I don't think so. Like, I go to rig for dive and nothing changes. So we could try rig for surface. I'm not sure what they would change. Yeah, I don't know. Well, rig for surface should raise the snorkel mast, or at least bump it. Yeah, I've not messed with the rigging modes. I'm still trying to get my head around Demon. Demon is so different in this game than what I'm used to. Very, very different. All right, 150 divided by, or times 4 rather, is 600. I don't know where they got the 600 hertz from. I think literally they just made up frequencies. I really do. I think they just made them up, which is fine. The important thing is they don't use the real frequencies, which is good. That would be a disaster if they put the real frequencies of a 688 in a video game. Holy smokes. But they didn't do that, so that's good. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Why are we bouncing around? We're 5 knots at 900 feet. Why are we bouncing? Let's check the fathometer. What the fuck? Hold on. 6,000 feet of water. The hell hit us? Oh. It's like we got the base and the trunk going at full power. Maybe somebody installed hydraulics on the front fairwater planes or bow planes, making us bounce at the red light. All right, so we're working our way down the Toteray now. I'm looking at bearing 167. Nothing there. I'm afraid this is going to be a bust. I don't know how we're going to get past this mission. I know where to look, like at what depth anyway. We've done above the layer, below the layer, both directions. Looking north-south, looking east-west, and like not even a clue. Not even a clue. Yeah. This game has been restricted due to ITAR. Yeah. I do not think so, but at least one screw, 4-bladed, should sound like a 4-bladed screw, not 2 screw. Oh yeah. I decided this weeks ago after it came out that I'm going to stop comparing what I remember to this game, and I'm simply going to take what this game gives me for information and go with that, because that's I think the best way to go forward. The worst thing I can do, and you guys would get tired of it really fast, if I sat here every stream pointing out what is not real. Because what is and is not real is not the point. Playing the game is the point. It's time to play the game. Wow, that looks fucking good. Look at that. Okay, what bearing is that? 117? Look at this. It's not going away. It's actually sticking around. 120. What's that? We might have something right here, folks. 120. Oh, can I put a tracker on that? Fuck you. Give me my tracker. One, 2-0. Mark that. Mark that to fire control. I don't know if this is him, but I'm going to shoot it. I don't know. We haven't had anything. So I'm just going to shoot what we do have. No. Sierra 1, you jackass. Okay, good. Okay. 120. Course north. Speed 0. Range. Oh. Bearing 120. 121. There we go. I just dialed that in. He's right there. Shoot that right now. Sierra 1, put that on the weapon. Tube 1's ready. Sierra 1, apply solution snapshot. Tube 1 on the bearing of Sierra 1. Tube 2 on bearing of Sierra 1. I don't know if that's him. Oh, I do want to make one adjustment. I want to get the weapon in the water first. I'm going to go back and adjust the presets from surface to submarine. From active, active is fine. From straight to snake. Update presets. Search depth is going to be 600 feet. Oh my God. Update those presets. Apply the solution. The hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? That might be the widest snake search I've ever seen in my life. And it's on the wrong bearing. So let's update the solution and fire control to CR2. His bearing is 121. He's right there, you jackass. Come on, focus. 121. Why are you searching over there? Go to 1-2. Oh, well, 121 now. Oh, let's see where it goes. I'm trying to steer it onto this point. You are so retarded. Oh my God. Okay, now it's going. I'm gonna tell it to go straight in a straight line to 1-2 to this point. Active sonar. Enter search mode. It is in search mode already. Enable weapon. Okay, now it's got the message. Okay, that's where I want it to search. He may be up here. I don't know. He may not even be in this direction. But there was something there for a moment. And that's the best thing we've had so far. So let's get back on sonar right here. And just see if there's anything else out there. Now, what I would expect him to do is to begin a torpedo evasion sequence if he detects the weapon. He may not. He may not detect this weapon. Yeah, nope, nothing there. Bearing 075, like we're looking full on east, a little bit north of east right here. Oh, hey. 070. That's close to where the torpedo's going. Let me check the chart. Yeah, the frequency might also have been the torpedo itself. Shit. Okay, I don't know. Oh, wow. Oh, there's another one down here. Oh, God bless America. If I can't find the submarine, I'm not going all the way down there. I'm surprised I don't hear countermeasures. I don't hear any kind of response from anything. Speaking of which, do we have countermeasures? Nope. All right, now that he's up here, now I want him to go snake. So let's add a snake search now. So he should look north, east, and then southeast in a minute here. I just don't want him to turn around. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Would Torpedo be on sonar? It would be. Yeah, yeah. I'll show it to you, too. You see this right here? This was the Torpedo. That was the Torpedo launched. This is it going, brrr, and then right there, brrr. Wire clearance maneuver. That's where I steered it. Oh, that's interesting. What's that? Oh, no. Oh, okay. That's where I steered it. Yeah, it went this way, and I was like, stop going that direction. The target's over here. Yeah. But you'll also see the Torpedo on narrowband. If we get close to it, he's like right here, right? The torpedoes burn in really well in this game on narrowband. It's a lot of the same frequencies that the 688 has in the game. I don't see any of them right now. How far away is that weapon? 5,000 yards away. Yeah, you're probably not going to hear an American weapon that far away, no matter how good the conditions are. Our weapons are pretty quiet, which is half their advantage. American Torpedo will sneak up on you and blow you up without you even hearing it if you're not paying attention. But there's a lot of modern systems now that have literally automatic detection because of that, because it's real easy for a human to not hear this weapon in time to react to it. And that's not just American weapons, to be fair, but I think we do it better than other nations. I was in the Navy when our weapons went from being pretty noisy, honestly, to being silent. And when we were testing that modification in Autech, it blew my mind because I heard the ejection pump. I watched the torpedo leave the tube and do wire clearance maneuver and disappear right in front of our own sub. I was like, holy shit. And that's the noisy end of the torpedo, the rear end, right in front of our own sonar sphere. Faded immediately. I was like, oh. If that torpedo's coming at you, so the noisy bit is on the far side, you're not going to hear it. That's why they have those built-in automatic detections. Yeah, all right. We can, I don't want to go into time compression, but I'm not convinced that this torpedo is going to find it either. I'll let it go out to 10,000 yards. It's at 7.3. And after that, we'll go into debrief and see where the sub was. Apparently it wasn't to the east. And to be fair, the tonals I saw to the east were very weak and didn't stay, but I didn't have anything anywhere else at all. So I shot on the one bearing where I thought I saw something for a moment. That's what I did. American torpedoes are fuel driven. Yeah, that's what's amazing about that, is we use auto fuel too and made it quiet. We did both. And electric torpedoes, the real advantage with the electric torpedo is its speed, is its ramp up. It gets to 0 to its top speed in like under a second. It is in the water and hauling ass. That electric motor's got some torque, but it's not quiet. It's not like a diesel boat on a battery. No. If anything, it's worse because it's a very tightly wound electric motor that's putting a ton of energy through it to move the screw blades. Whereas the American torpedo, it's more elongated. That sound source is spread out over a distance compared to the very tightly wound electric motor that's in electric torpedoes. So what happens then? Well, you have a compressed source. You're going to see that on narrowband much better than a source that's kind of spread out. And analog. Analog has a lot of slop in it. Whereas an electric motor is very precise. And that lights up a narrowband screen beautifully. So there's a disadvantage to being electric as well as an advantage. It's not quiet. I'll tell you that. It's not quiet. This torpedo it's scary quiet. Well. 10,400 yards, still in search mode. No detections. I think it's time to tell the Admiral we can't find her, which sucks. I don't want to be writing that message, but guess what we're doing? Where was the Los Angeles Flight 2? Where was it? Okay, so he started to the south. And he's heading north the whole time. Oh, wow. He went by us before we had our towed array out. Oh, my God. Hold on. Where's my east-west trip? This replay's not accurate. Oh my God. Huh. We might have actually got lucky and got a hit. I wouldn't have deserved it. But look at that. But I don't know what's going on with the replay, but our east-west leg is not even on this replay. This is us, by the way, right here. Okay, I don't know. Listen, man, I just work here. But we almost... What about... Who's this guy? Who is that? That's the Shang. Shang is noisy as hell. We should have had him. What the hell? Okay, that makes no sense. We should have had that guy. Come on, bro. I should let that go until it ran out of fuel, because we might have got a hit. That's hilarious. That was not... I had no idea he was there. I had no idea. But here's what I learned. Is he went by us before we even put the towed array out. So I put the towed array out immediately, I guess. Okay. There you go. Gonna have to do that one again. But not today. I am spent. All right. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Wednesday we'll be doing some cold waters, baby. Take a little break from this. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Where am I going to go? I'm going to go over there. I'm over here. I'm over there. And now I'm over here again. Look at that. What's this one do? I don't even know. Oh, my God. Hello. Bye-bye.